warm welcome to Daily Reflection with Sonia Rodrigues. Today is Tuesday, the 26th of January, 2021. We're going to reflect on the Gospel according to Mark, chapter 3, verses 31 to 35. Let's open our hearts and listen. Then his mother and his brothers came, and standing outside, they sent to him and called him. A crowd was sitting around him, and they said to him, "Your mother and your brothers and sisters are outside, asking for you." And he replied, "Who are my mother and my brothers?" And looking at those who sat around him, he said, "Here are my mother and my brothers. Whoever does the will of God is my brother and sister and mother." The Gospel of the Lord. If you observe the passages in the Gospel of Mark chapter 3, we find people reacting differently to all that Jesus was teaching and doing. In each set of reactions, we might find areas to self-introspect. Firstly, there were some people who began to plot against him. They were the ones threatened by his teaching. Their own power and influence over the crowd was at stake. So instead of validating the new teaching, they sought to eliminate the one causing the frenzy before it got out of hand. Next was a multitude of people who, having heard of his mighty works, were trying to reach or touch him to obtain a miracle themselves. So desperate were they for their own selfish needs that they couldn't care less if they were physically crushing him or not even allowing him to eat. How many of them actually stayed back with him after being healed is something to think about. There was another set of people who began spreading false rumors about him, saying he was out of his mind. This was yet another tactic employed to malign his reputation so that people wouldn't take him seriously. When we cannot hurt someone physically, the next best option is to spread false allegations to destroy them. Yes? Having heard all this, Jesus' family was obviously disturbed and came to check on him. When informed of their arrival, he didn't immediately go to meet them. Jesus, being who he was, never let go of an opportunity to cite an example or to convey a message. Being fully aware of the varied intentions of the people around him, he chose to use that moment to impart a crucial lesson. He had just appointed a set of apostles who left everything and followed him in order to learn from him and proclaim his message. Pointing towards them, he said that those who sincerely sought to do the will of his heavenly Father were the ones he considered his family. He was seeking devout followers, not people with hidden agendas. And yes, Jesus in no way meant to dishonor or to ignore his mother and family. Having made his point to the crowd, I'm sure Jesus went outside and met his family, gently reminding them that he was on his divine mission and brickbats were part of the deal. He also reassured them that his Father was with him, so they had nothing to fear. Do you desire to be part of Jesus' family? Well, you know the criteria. God bless you.